Well, our offensive line did a fantastic job. I think we had a really good game plan from a running game standpoint, and we were more physical than they were. Our offensive line played more physical than their front did. They're very athletic. They pass rush well. The best thing they do on defense is play loose plays. They got a good secondary. Their linebackers run well, so it was a little bit the plan to run at them. We did a good job of that. We made plays in the passing game when we needed to. We had a couple other opportunities that were just misses for us that hopefully we'll be able to make some of those explosive plays in the future. I would say our team played well for an opening game.
Coach, we got an update on Andre Smith's condition?
Excuse me? Did a nice job. Did a very good job receiving. Did a very good job blocking. Him and Travis both. If you're going to have a good running game, you got to have two good tight ends. Those two guys did a fantastic job, and Nick made some really good catches in some critical times in the game on third down, and that was great. Third down was a big part of this game too, guys. I mean, we were pretty good on third down, and our defense did a pretty good job against them on third down. So that was great.
Andre Smith's condition, Coach?
He has a sprained knee, and I did not talk to the doctors afterwards, but I don't think it's something that's that serious, but we'll have to get a report, and we'll let you know on Monday. Well, that's what we expect him to do. He's an athletic guy, and I think people get the idea because he's a great big guy that he can't move. He can move. Our big thing with him is to get him in the kind of condition where he can sustain his performance. And, we had a play rotation in there tonight where he played so many plays, and then we put Josh Chapman in for so many plays, and he seemed to sustain it pretty well. And hopefully we can keep him at a level that he can continue to improve his game conditioning so he can play more plays. He can push the pocket and pass rush, too.
It is one game, but when your defense holds arguably one of the best tandem running backs, 20 yards total, confidence-wise, what do you think that can do?
Well, it's one game. Confidence can screw you up. Confidence can be a good thing, but, what our players need to understand, what our fans need to understand, what everybody needs to understand, it's one game. It's one game. And we need to keep playing better, and we need to improve, and our players need to have the focus to improve. And remember how they got where they got, rather than think that we can just show up now and beat whoever we play. Because we have a tendency to think that way around here, instead of just kicking people's ass like you're supposed to and working to do it. All right, so when you ask me those kind of questions, it really pisses me off. I'm not pissed off at you. All right, but that mentality that you got to work and earn it, and then we got to earn it in the next game, and we're going to have to earn it in the next game. And what we did tonight was great. We won one game. We got 11 more. We need to take them one game at a time, and we need to improve as a team. And that's what our team needs to be focused on. And if we want to be a good team, that's what we need to do. That's how everybody should think. We made a B on the midterm. So we're going to take a week off and get a D and have a C average, or are we going to go try to get an A? This is one game. What we did in this game, this one game. That's what it counts. I like for our players to have confidence, but I think our players played with confidence tonight. I didn't see anybody scared out there. I didn't see any fear. Now y'all scared to ask another question?
All right, got time for a couple more, guys.
So
right here.
What do you do differently after this performance to prevent that from happening? That complacency.
Well, they've already been talked to about it, and I think that they've been talked to about it, and I think that's why you got to have kind of a 24-hour rule when you're a competitor. You enjoy what you did. It's good to enjoy what you did. It's good to feel good about your accomplishments. But you have to recenter, refocus, because if we made a psychological commitment physically, emotionally, mentally, physically to play to the best of our capabilities, we're capable of doing more, we're capable of getting better, and we got to get more players to get better, and everybody's got to have that. Nobody can be satisfied with a one-game performance. And, I can't emphasize that enough to them. And hopefully our players will buy in so that we play with more consistency. That's what we did last year. We'd play up, we'd play down, all right, and we'd flatten out. And there was not consistency, and there was not an ability to finish. And that's one thing I've been pleased, but this will be a challenge for our team, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond. Well, they do a lot of stuff. They have a really good offense, and they do a great job of utilizing their players. I think early in the game, when they didn't run the ball effectively, that was probably helpful to us, especially when they got behind, and it became a little more of a one-dimensional game. So they have great players. I have a tremendous amount of respect for what they do on offense. It was one of the most difficult preparations we probably had defensively, and we had some tough adjustments to make out there, and some of them we made right, and some we made a few mistakes. But I think that our players really played pretty well, and I don't think it's what Clemson did. I think that our guys played pretty well and did a nice job, made some plays.
Coach, your team was so dominant on both sides of the ball the entire game. Was physical play on both sides at the line of scrimmage something that you emphasized in preparation for this game?
No question. I spoke about that earlier in terms of we felt that the teams that beat them last year they couldn't run the ball against, and that it was going to be really important in our offensive line control the line of scrimmage. Because skill guys to skill guys, they have really good skill guys. I mean, they really do. And, it was going to be our advantage in the game that our front on defense and, the three things, the front on defense, the offensive line, and special teams. Although I didn't think we did the job in special teams that we needed to do, and that's something that we need to improve on. I thought we did it in the other areas, and I think that was a real factor for us in the game.
One more, guys. Got time for one more.
Did you enjoy the atmosphere of the 50-50 split, having this game in Atlanta as a positive experience?
This is my fourth time playing here, and every game's been exactly like that. And I've liked every one of them because we won them all.